Hello friends, welcome back to yet another information security news cast. Going on to the first news, it's about TikTok app which was asked to pay a record fine of $5.7 million for collecting names, email addresses, pictures and locations of children who are younger than 13 years. So as per certain law in US, if you're collecting these information, you need to have explicit consent from their parents. If you did not have, then you would end up having pay this much amount of fine or whichever the court decides you to pay. So the next one is with respect to smart visitor system which are vulnerable to attacks is what IBM X-Force Red has found out. They found out around like 19 zero-day vulnerabilities present across vendors like the major vendors like Jolly Technologies, HID Global, Threshold Security, Envoy and the Receptionist. So what IBM also claims is that the moment you try to bring a receptionist in the form of a robo and hook it up to internet, it opens up new avenue for attackers to attack the visitors details. Say they also give a interesting example of, say, if a CEO or somebody from a different company is making frequent visit to an X organization, then something's cooking up like an insider information kind of a thing. So the next one is with respect to a C2 server which was used by North Korea was recently obtained by researchers. So this C2 server was used in Operation Sharpshooter, which was used to target government, teleco and defense contractors to deliver malware. So the way in which they deliver the malware is over an email as an attachment, as a malicious doc attachment which has a macro in it. Upon enabling the macro, a second stage got downloaded which was dubbed by the name of Rising Sun by security researchers. This Rising Sun malware was used for reconnaissance and stealing users' data. So the next one, once again IBM has said that gone are the days where malwares are being used by hackers. Now they have started to increasingly rely on PowerShell, which is inbuilt inside the system, which leaves very little footprint for the blue team to go and catch hold of. They have also found that direct to memory attacks have now accounted for around like 57% of the total hacks. What these PowerShells can be used for are for varied tasks by system admin, as well as to harvest and steal passwords, and also going up to the range of like doing mining cryptocurrencies. So the only way to prevent these abuses is by digitally signing the PowerShell scripts and making only digitally signed PowerShell scripts to run in your environment. The next one is with respect to the rapid web application development platform of Adobe, which has a critical flaw in it which is being actively exploited out in the wild. So for which a CVE is opened up, and Adobe is recommending that everyone who has a vulnerable version of Cold Fusion version 2018, 2016 and 11 update their Cold Fusion within the next 72 hours. And as far as I can see, if there is an exploit which is available in the wild, then 72 minutes is what you have got to raise up a CR, get an emergency like window and have the mission patched up. The next one is with respect to a particular Python tool called Imago, which got created. What this tool can do is it can extract digital evidence from images, which is useful in forensics. So it can also do a recursive lookup inside a particular directory for all the images and try to extract the information to a CSV file. So to install Imago, all you have to do is pip install Imago. The command which is used is imago-i, the directory from where you need to read the images from, and the output to where you want the CSV to be written to. -x is for extracting all the EXIF information. EXIF information are the metadata about the particular image. Say if the shutter is what's the shutter speed, whether the flashlight was turned on or not, whether the photo was taken in landscape mode or portrait mode, whether there were GPS coordinates embedded inside the particular image. All those are EXIF information which can be extracted out. Minus S is for storing all those information in an SQLite database even after the script is over. Minus T is to say what are the type of images do I want Imago to process on, and -D all says that calculate all possible hashes and store it inside my CSV file. So explore more about this tool, go into kitploit.com. The last news is about Cobalt Strike, an advanced threat tactics for penetration testers. This particular application has a C2 server which was written in Nano HTTPD, which is an open source web server written in Java, and this started returning surplus amount of white spaces for all its HTTP responses. This enabled the blue team guys to go and scan the internet to see what are all the missions which give surplus amounts of white spaces in HTTP response and classify them as Cobalt Strike C2 servers. The developers of Cobalt Strike noticed this, and they fixed the problem in version 3.13, after which when they did a scan on the internet, the number of servers of Cobalt Strike C2 servers was vastly decreased, showing that many attackers have patched their web servers, Cobalt Strike C2 servers I mean. So with this we come to the end of today's newscast. Thanks a lot for watching this video. Bye bye.